back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations, and in today's video, we're going to be diving back into some Cookie Run Kingdom, and specifically jumping back into the Guild Boss battle. Shout out to Amazon over on the Hollyberry server for bringing me this top tier strategy that you guys can utilize to increase your overall damage. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see here on screen, this is going to be the cookies we're going to utilize for today's strategy. So now I know that this team composition might look very familiar, and that's going to be because there has already been other versions or alternatives to this team comp in the Guild Boss. However, Amazon has been doing a ton, and I mean a ton of different testing and variations and tweaks to just maximize the overall damage output, and that's what we're going to be bringing you guys today. Shout out to you one more time, and thank you guys for sharing the information. So the first cookie we've got here, and that's going to be none other than Dark Choco. We've got Sorbet. We're then going to be housing Eclair. We've got Almond Cookie, and then last but not least, we've got, and that's going to be Cotton. And then as far as overall treasures go, we are going to be running the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Slingshot to maximize the overall damage output, and then we've also got that Jelly Watch. And then when it comes to specific toppings, guys, we're going to be breaking down exactly what percentages each cookie needs in order for you to really make this strategy work. Keep in mind that this strategy is going to be a auto/manual strategy. It's not full auto and it's not full manual. So these percentages are going to be based on that specifically. Alright, so for the first cookie we've got, that's going to be Dark Choco here. We're going to be running a full Searing Raspberry set. And not only that, the very big important thing to note here, and that's going to be the cooldown percentage. In order for you guys to run this build specifically, you want to make sure that you are running between 5% and 7.7%. This is going to make sure that your Dark Choco does get utilized, the skill, right at 1 o'clock on the treasure. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay here in a second and break down exactly what I mean by 1 o'clock on the treasure. However, though, if you do build a little bit more, cooldown percentage than that 7.7 that is recommended for my cast at 1 o'clock, you can actually cast your Dark Choco at 2 o'clock on the overall treasure. Again, we've got some gameplay to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then as far as the overall toppings go here for our second cookie, Eclair, we're going to be running a full Searing Raspberry set. And when it comes to overall cooldown, you need to make sure that you're getting between 3% and 4% CD. Anything higher than a 4% will actually result in less damage because it will make Eclair go off too soon and not utilize the chains provided by Almond to then increase the damage output. And then the third cookie we've got here, that's going to be Sorbet Shark, guys, coming in with a full Searing Raspberry build. Again, when it comes to overall cooldown, though, you got to make sure that you are hitting that 4.2 to 7.7% in order for you to utilize Sorbet Shark's skill at 7 o'clock on the treasure. Again, I'll show you guys that in a second. However, if you do happen to get additional cooldown past that 7.7, CD, then you absolutely need to adjust the timing of Sorbet's skill to 8 or 9 o'clock, depending on exactly how much you have. And then the fourth cookie we've got here, and that's going to be none other than Cotton Cookie. As you guys probably already guessed, Cotton is running a full Swift Chocolate set to maximize the overall cooldown percent. You can see here that we do have 24%, and the 24% here, guys, is going to be what you should just be aiming for. I'm just going to call it like it is. I do know that Amazon has informed me that you can actually run a 23.8%. However, though, your chance for making an error seems to be a lot higher utilizing that versus running a flat 24%. So again, try to just aim for 24%. And then the fifth and final cookie we've got here for you guys, and that's going to be Almond Cookie. We are running a full Searing Raspberry set here, and not only that, there's going to be another cooldown percentage, and that's going to be at least for you guys to use this exact same strategy and use my timings that I'm going to show you here in a second. You want to make sure you are running him at least a 6.5% on cooldown. And then last thing I want to mention here before we jump in to show you guys the individual runs, on Eclair, you need to make sure you guys at least have 14% of damage resistance, because with the boss having the ability for Reflect, anything under 14%, you do take the risk of it actually, Eclair killing himself when he does his first round of attacks. Alrighty, so essentially going to be diving into some gameplay on a level 56 dragon. I'm just going to show you guys the extent of the full run, and then I'm going to be breaking it down in slow-mo with some screenshots and stuff, showing you guys step by step on exactly how to do it. And then for the breakdown, you're going to go ahead and click on the auto button on the left-hand side. Then you're going to be queuing up Eclair. We're going to go ahead and hit cotton between these two lines. Anything before this and anything after this is going to be too early or too late, resulting in Dark Choco dying, which basically is going to reduce your overall score. The next thing we're going to talk about, that's going to be Eclair goes immediately after the boss title screen, and then you're going to go ahead and queue up cotton. We're going to pop off DC at exactly 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on your cooldown percentage on Dark Choco. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, as you can see here on screen, if you look at the treasure for the slingshot as a actual clock, that's what I mean by 1 o'clock for this build. My build specifically, that's going to be 1 o'clock. Again, if you have higher cooldown, you're going to want to make sure that you hit them on a 2 o'clock timer. The next one up we've got, and that's going to be Sorbet Shark. If you have what I have in this video, you're going to want to be aiming for that 7 o'clock timer on the slingshot. Otherwise, if you have more, then your cast might be more towards 8 or 9 o'clock on the slingshot. It just depends on what you have. The next one up we've got, and that's going to be none other than Almond Cookie. Almond Cookie is going to be coming in at that 10 o'clock for me. So we're just going to let the auto cast here, pop off the slingshot. We've got Cotton here going on its auto cast. Then we are going to go ahead and Hourglass Eclair because we do not want DC going before we are ready. We're going to pop off DC here at the second pulse of glyphs right underneath the minions, as you can see here in the freeze frame, because we do want to make sure that we take advantage of that knock up ability, on his skill. Eclair running their auto cast, then Cotton's auto cast, Almond to utilize right after Cotton's skill is popped. You want to make sure you get that off. And then the last and final thing here is going to be Hourglassing Sorbet to go as soon as they are available. And then boom, that's going to be your entire run. All right, so then check into the overall damage. Here we've got a whopping 8.8 million, dude. Let's go, man. And then for the overall damage, as you can see, 500,000 for Dark Choco, 2.4 mil on Eclair, 3.9 on Sorbet, and then we got a 1.6 mil on Cotton, and then a measly 500,000 again on Almond Cookie. Alrighty, so then once we've officially got a breakdown for you guys, showing you guys step by step, the next thing I want to do is I want to show you guys the true potential of this composition. We're going to check out this run provided by none other than Rapthorn over in the Camazon's Guild. Alrighty, so officially diving in here to Rapthorn's level 79 Dragon, again provided by Camazon. The rotation is literally going to be the exact same. However, though, he does have more cooldown on his Dark Choco, so he actually pops it off at, 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock like we do. He still does Sorbet at 6, Almond at 10, and then you pretty much just have it played on auto here until you can time out Dark Choco's ability. Again, looking for that second pulse on the enemies, glyphs. There it is. Go ahead and have Eclair pop off on auto, Cotton pop off on auto, immediately follows it up here with Almond, a perfect solid run here, and then he's going to go ahead and, have Sorbet do the last cast. Check out this overall damage. As you can see here, man, he's got 12.8 million. Absolutely insane, dude. The damage is huge for a level 79 Dragon. As I mentioned already, guys, the damage is going to vary just a little bit according to if your cookies actually get a critical strike off or not. As you can see in the thumbnail, he was able to achieve over 13 million utilizing this exact same comp. It just all boils down to if your cookies get a critical strike, which then adds to your overall damage output. And then taking a look at the overall damage done, as you can see here on screen, we've got 502 on Dark Choco, 3.6 on Eclair. We've got Sorbet coming in at a massive 6 million, which again is probably going to be some sort of critical hit there for Sorbet. We've got 1.9 on Cotton, which I know is a slight little bit of a crit. And then last but not least, we do have Almond coming in at a 800. Alrighty, so I know that I probably have some additional doubters out there in the community right now about this guild boss comp actually being better than the current ones that exist. And I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why that is true. The first one, I've absolutely been able to hit the highest amount of damage that I've ever been able to hit, and at the highest level dragon. So again, that's going to be number 1. Number 2 is going to be if we take a look at my laboratory, because if you know anything about this game, your laboratory makes a massive difference as you continue to level up your individual cookies stats. Alrighty, so then officially diving in here to laboratory, I know some of you guys are going to say, well, Kodeations, your maxed out laboratory makes a, huge difference. And yes, it does. However, I don't have a maxed out laboratory. As you can see here on screen, my laboratory is weak sauce currently at the moment. Don't worry though, I am working on it. I'm getting my butt in gear and trying to get everything caught up in the lab. However, though, I just want to show you guys that even though not having a maxed out laboratory, I'm still achieving those high amounts of damage being done at a higher level boss. And so what I mean by that is taking a look at the overall stat percentages here. You can see that for the attack one, which obviously would directly increase our score in the guild boss, I have nothing leveled up besides a level 1 on an ambush cookie attack bonus 1, which is a measly 1%, not even going to make any difference. I mean, you can also see because my laboratory is only at level 9, we don't even have the unlockables of, attack bonus level 2. So again, none of this is affecting my overall score, and I am being able to achieve that massive amount of score already, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like once I do get in here and actually level up all of these attack bonuses to at least level 5 or above, just to do insane additional damage. And with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. One more shout out here to Camazon for bringing this brand new guild boss strategy. I'm going to definitely continue utilizing this, tweaking it, hopefully getting some additional level ups in the laboratory for my attack percent to overall increase the damage even further. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Also, don't forget, we do have a Discord. That link's provided down below as well. We've got almost 7,000 players that all play the Cookie Run Kingdom games from Cookie Run Kingdom and Cookie Run Oven Break. So if you are looking for a cool place to hang out, we'd love to have you. And with that being said, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.